What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a quick trade review on the short I took today on M&Q, capturing around 45 points here, and I'm going to be breaking down why I took this trade and why I was confident to enter in a position before the 9:30 opening bell, and talk a little bit about internal dynamics slash order of operations for a smart money reversal. So let's get into it. So today we can see here around 8:41 a.m. we had this push higher. As we pushed higher, we took a higher time frame key level in the form of the previous day's high here. So we pushed up, taking the previous day's high. As we pushed up, we created an SMT with ES at these highs here. We can see that on ES we failed to take yesterday's 9:30 high, and on NQ, when we pushed up here, we took this 9:30 high, creating an SMT at the highs. So we created an SMT at the highs after taking a higher time frame key level in the form of the previous day's high here, right? So we push up pre-market, taking previous day's high, create an SMT with ES at the highs. As we pushed up, we created this fair value gap you can see here. Then we come back down into this fair value gap. We kind of chop around a little bit, and then we have this push up higher right here we can see. So that is your turtle soup right there. Right? So we push up, take a higher time frame key level, create an SMT, come back down into the fair value gap, consolidating in this small range here, drive higher, taking this minor buy side liquidity, creating a turtle soup. As we push up here, we are also creating an order block, right? These up close candles are now an order block. We then drop down. We have a candle close below this fair value gap, inverting it. So we now have an inversion fair value gap, and we have a candle close below these down close candles here, activating a bearish breaker. See right here, we have these candles close below here. We have a high, a low, a higher high, and a lower low, activating this bearish breaker. And you can see right here on the second candle is when I went short with 5 contracts here on M&Q. And so why I was confident in taking a position pre-market before the 9:30 opening was because we swept a key higher time frame level. We created an SMT at the highs. We then had a turtle soup, an order block. We then activated an inversion fair value gap and a bearish breaker, as well as trading below the 9 a.m. open, which is all signs of us going lower. And we also had relative equal lows. We had the London low and we had the previous day's low, all intact for sell side liquidity. So as traders, we have our models. When you see your model present itself on the chart, you execute, and that's that. So this aligns with my model. So when I saw all this, I didn't care that it was before the 9:30 open. I saw my model present itself. I pressed the button. I entered in my position. I entered in here around 18. I had my stop loss above this high here, right? Because this should be a protected high. Why? Because if price comes up above this high, that would mean 3 PD arrays are failing, right? This bearish breaker this inversion fair value gap and this order block we have would all have to fail for price to run this high. So therefore that should be a protected high, and my stop loss was safe there. So I entered in my stop loss there, and my profit target was these equal lows we have here, which also perfectly align with consequent encroachment of this 15-minute fair value gap we have here in the form of a BISI. So that was my target that I sold at. The only critique I have on this trade I took is I should have sold half my position here at my first target, and I should have held the rest for this London low, because as we can see here, although I did capture around 45 points, which is good, I left a lot of points on the table because we just continued to sell off today. Now when I see that, I don't get upset or angry that I missed out or get any FOMO, because I stuck to my model, I stuck to my rules, and I exited when I planned to exit, right? So again, the only critique I would have is I could have maybe held a few runners targeting this London low. But other than that, I think it was a great trade on my part. And so when you have, or when you're looking for a reversal, it's always going to have a turtle soup, an order block slash fair value gap, and a breaker block. Okay, I am convinced that the market will not reverse unless you have these three things. Okay, so if you are trying to catch a reversal, oh, is this the high of the day? Is this the low of the day? These are the things that you need to be looking for. You need to be looking for a sweep of a higher time frame key level in the form of a previous day's high, previous day's low, equal highs, equal lows, something like that. You need to have a sweep of higher time frame liquidity, an SMT, and then look for turtle soup, order block, and a breaker. And as you can see here in today's setup, I got all three, and that is why I was confident to enter in this short pre-market before the 9:30 opening. And we can see here this candle was the 9:30 open, and that is actually the candle that drove us lower and hit my take profit. Okay, so I hope you guys learned a little bit in today's video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys later.